Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you are okay wherever you are. Welcome to Kobo Toolbox. So, I'm going to take you through Kobo. Kobo is a data collection tool which we use to collect both qualitative and quantitative data. So there are a number of advantages of using Kobo tool as compared to other tools. For example, we have Google Forms, which is also effective in collection of data. However, Kobo tool has got the following advantages, which makes it more advantageous over other tools. One, Kobo tool can be used both offline and online. So, what do I mean by offline? You find at times you are in remote areas which has got internet issues. So, Kobo tool can be used to collect data in such areas, save as draft, and later on, when you get access to internet or to areas where there is stable internet, then you can be able to push your data from draft to the server. Second, Kobo Toolbox is an a free open source tool for mobile data collection. So there's no charges involved when you are using a Kobo Toolbox. Another advantage, it allows data collected in the field using devices such as mobile phones, tablets, or even laptops. Okay, so it allows a range of devices to be used in data collection. Okay, so again, it is very, very easy to use. It is user friendly as the last advantage, and it can also be used to modify questions whereby you can apply what we call skip logic, which is not in other data collection tools like the Google Forms. So when you apply these, you can be able to avoid display of some questions to respondents who have answered particular questions. So in this particular lecture and practical, we are going to go through the following: introduction to Kobo Toolbox, setting up the Kobo Toolbox server, three overview of Kobo types of questions. So there are various questions in the Kobo that we'll be able to design. Then we'll have a practical design of designing Kobo form using a questionnaire that I'll provide, known as the RBA questionnaire. Lastly, we'll also practice designing form through the use of XLS form. That is the use of Excel to design a form and then later on upload into the Kobo toolbox. In order to design a Kobo form or to create a Kobo toolbox server, there are various requirements. For example, you need links, and there are two links. Before creating server, you will use the https www.kobotoolbox.org. While after creating the server and you need to log in, then the link will change to https kf. Take note where the change is: kf.kobotoolbox.org stroke accounts stroke login. or you can simply type on your browser kf.kobotoolbox.org. Second requirement is a functional computer or a laptop or a tablet. Next is internet, especially when you will be deploying the Kobo toolbox to test whether it is functioning. So you need internet. Number four, you need a functional email which will be used to activate your Kobo toolbox server. And lastly, you need login credentials which you will create as you'll be creating the Kobo toolbox server. So practically, let's begin creating the Kobo toolbox server. So on your browser, you will simply type kobotoolbox.org. When you click kobotoolbox.org, you will have search a display. Okay. Under this display, as you can see, you will see ensure you have the Kobo Toolbox icon. Okay. Something like a mobile kind of with a check mark or a tick. And you will have the statement powerful and intuitive data collection tools to make an impact. So you can go to create, and when you click create, you will land on this page whereby you will have two types of server, sign in or create an account of these two types of server. We have the global Kobo Toolbox server and the European. So this one is the most recommended, whereby it tells you most people use the global server. So it is a free account, so you don't need to pay for it. So scroll down until you get to create account. Create account. So when you get to create account, it will land you to this page, which requires some of your details. For example, I'll create mine by typing in my name. Okay. Then I'll click username. So ensure your username is in small letters, lowercase, that is. Then you have to type in your email. Okay. Uh, Whether you are using Gmail or Yahoo, please type it there. Then click country, that is, you click the arrow and move and choose where Kenya is and click on Kenya. In the sector, you can check maybe you are working with public administration or whichever sector is it, educational, health, finance, information media, you can choose from that. Then, which is the type of organization you are working for? So we can say government, institution, okay. Then the organization name, you can have it here and type the type of organization. For example, I can have my organization as VO Kenya, that is my organization. Then the website, though not a mandatory, but you can type if you have website. Remember, there are the red stars or what we call asterisks, which are showing that that particular field is mandatory and you need to respond. So if you want to receive uh, occasional updates, you can check in. If you agree to the terms, you can also check in. And then the last two parts is you create a password, which you must have a capital letter, small letters, a special character, that is an exclamation mark, an ampersand, or whichever. Or then the same password, you must confirm it below here. So I may have this one copied and then confirm it here. So I can have the same password confirmed there. So from now, you will click create. You will click create. You will click create. So because already I have an account, I'm not going to click create. But when you click create, okay, it will send a link to your email. It will send a link to your email, which you can look for into your email to activate. So you can go to your email and then you click the link to activate. While I'm going to log in and not create. I'm going to log in and not create. So if you want to log in, it lands you to this page here. So you click log in once you've entered the requirements. So on this page, I want us to take a tour a little bit. So in case you had created a project or designed a form, so project simply means designing of the form, then they will appear here. But if you've not created a form, it is your first time, then you will click new. You will click new, okay? And if you want to use or modify a form that you had created and launched, then you will find it under the deployed. So launching means you've started using the form to collect data, okay? That is deployed. You've launched the form to collect data. When you are still having a form under development, it will be under the draft. And in case you've archived one, it will appear in this part of archived. So before we begin creating a new project, it is good to understand some of the types of questions that we will work with. So we have select one, which simply means you will be given choices, but you are required only to pick one choice. That is the meaning of select one. For example, if you are asked about your gender, you will have male or female. So you can't choose both. You choose male or you choose male or you choose male and female at the same time because you can only be on one gender unless otherwise. Select many as the next question. Select many as the next question simply means you have a variety of choices to pick from, and you pick more than one. You pick more than one. For example, you can be asked, how many, what are your favorite foods? So you can pick maybe chicken, you pick pork, and you pick any other. So that means you can select more than one option. We have text, whereby is an open-ended question. You allow the respondent to type, for example, what is your name? So they can be able to type their names. We have number 1, 2, 3, 4. That means the figure you put there should be in whole number. For example, what is your age in years? You can say 40, 30, 20, whichever in whole number. Decimal allows decimal points. For example, continuous data, we can say 176.8 centimeters. So the point 8 is decimal, so it allows decimal points. We have date, which means you want to collect data on dates. We have time, that is, you pick the time an event may be occurred. Date and time, that is both the date and time combined. Point, you want to pick the geo coordinates of a given place. Photo, you want to upload photo. Okay. Audio, you've recorded something in audio format. Same to video format. The line, you want to pick multiple lines of a geocode. Note is like a memo or you want a document. So this is a question that the respondent is not going to give responses to, but it is to inform. For example, if you are creating the introductory part, like for example, you can say, I am Valentine Okumu from Maseno University, a student from Maseno University. I would like to collect data on the following. So that particular part is note. So the respondent will not respond to it. Barcode or QR code, if you want to scan that, acknowledge means you confirm acceptance. Area, okay. Then the rating questions, these are questions which involve some levels. For example, if we talk about satisfaction, you can either state you strongly you are uh, dissatisfied, somehow dissatisfied, more satisfied, and oversatisfied. Okay, so you can have in that manner. Ranking are questions you put in a given order. For example, which one should happen first, second, procedurally. Okay, calculate if you want to do some calculations and so far and so on. So file is when you want to add file. Hidden, you are adding a question that you don't want to be displayed. And those are the various types of questions.